all my folks who are just getting started in the influencer game, I know it's hard to figure out what to post. So I want to help you get started. But first things first, you have to figure out your niche. And I know it's so annoying because everyone's always telling you that left and right, like figure out your niche down. You have to. But I promise you it is so necessary. And I'm going to give you 5 tips that'll help you figure out what your niche is. Stay tuned. So for those who don't know what a niche is, it's pretty much your specialty. Like, what do you specialize in? What do you talk about? What do people know to come to you for? There's 2 reasons why it's super important to figure out your niche. 1, it helps any potential new followers or folks who want to join your community figure out if you would add value to them. If they conclude that you can add value to them, it's a topic that they care about, then they'll follow you in your journey. And you see where I'm going with this? Number 2, brand-wise. If you're an influencer, I'm sure you want some of that brand partnership money. Trust me, really generous budget. Well, they need an understanding of who your audience is too. And if you have a niche down, you're not gonna understand who your audience is, what their likes are, what they're coming to you for, because it's a range of things you're not able to specify. And in turn, you're not able to confirm to the brand that you can guarantee that this audience will care about the product that they're promoting. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's jump into it. So first thing I'll ask you is, what problem do you solve? And what person are you helping? Answer those questions first. And if you're stumped and you're like, I don't know, I have no clue, give me more. Let me ask you this. What do people go to you for advice on? What have you already helped people accomplish? When you're like posting your stories and posting your post on Instagram, what are people hopping in your DMs to ask you more about? What information are they requiring of you? What's your zone of genius? For example, with me, I'm always posting life hacks, whether they be like beauty things, my best mascara that I figured out, skin hacks, something I do for sweet tooth, like sweet tooth substitutes, fitness stuff, anything like that. I notice when I post those things, I usually get more DM messages inquiring further. What product was that? Where is it from? Did you actually like it? Yada, yada, etc. So that helped me figure out one of my niches. And by the way, if you are a multi-hyphenate, stay tuned because I'm gonna give you some advice as well, because as am I. So I couldn't narrow it down to just one niche. Answer all of those questions and write down everything, every conclusion that you reach, all right? For everything that I share, just write it down. And at the end, we will figure out what your niche is. Number 2, what do you enjoy talking about? What's your purpose? Write that down and take that into consideration, because at the end of the day, whatever you choose as a niche, it must align with your purpose, because if not, then why are you doing it? Sometimes I feel like so many people are just chasing clout and they just want to know that they have a ton of followers and they get a ton of engagement, they get a ton of brand partnerships. But at the end of the day, if you're an adult, if you're a child, you've got a little time to waste and spare. But if you're an adult, I think a very important question to ask yourself is, how is this going to bring you to the next level of your goals? And if you can't answer that question, I personally would throw that niche out the window. And just for background, for me, I specifically focus on life hacks for newbie influencers, fellow video producers, and all lovers of lifestyle tips. How is this bringing me to my ultimate goal? 1, it's creating multiple streams of income. 2, video production will always be my number 1 baby. And at the end of the day, this is something that can help me build a community that offers leverage when it comes time to pitching projects to studios or networks. You see where we going here? We ain't just doing this just for the clout. Ain't nobody got time. Number 3, what do you want to be known for? Keep that in mind, all right? That's a quick one, but keep that in mind. Number 4, getting specific is even better. So yeah, for example, you could be a chef who specializes in healthy food, or you could be someone who specializes in taking our favorite fattening or high calorie recipes and making healthy versions of them. You see what I'm saying here? That's the perfect example of how to niche down. Or for example, myself, I talk to influencers. I could have left it like that. I offer help to or consultations to influencers, but instead I'm focusing on newbie influencers. I want to chat with the people who have no clue where to start, just like me and where I was at one point, and just need help with that before all of the other information that everyone else is sharing. How do I get started? So get specific, niche down where you can. And trust me, I know you're feeling like you're cutting off and you're like limiting yourself, but no, the folks that niche down, they are so particular and specific that when the brands need someone like them, because once again, remember, there's a guarantee there. They know exactly who your audience is because you're so specific. They want to work with you above the other like general lifestyle people. They'll work with you and you'll make more money because more than likely, and especially if you got a case study where you can share that, the proof that you will equal more conversions, gold. Number 5, as promised for my multi-hyphenates, I personally don't believe that you have to niche down to the point where you're only doing one thing if you have several specialties. But what I do recommend is making sure that your audience will care about, or at least a good large majority of your audience will care about the multiple things. So with me, for example, lifestyle hacks, lifestyle tips, like I'm mostly talking to females. Most of them care about the things that I care about, which are beauty, fitness, cooking stuff, interior design. Like we all care about that stuff. Why? Because it affects our daily lives. It's just a matter of how much you're into it. My personal advice would be to not go above 3 though, okay? 2 is even better. 1 is spectacular, but if you must, 2 or 3. So as I mentioned to you, life hacks is my overarching niche. Life hacks on how to expedite your process in the 3 areas. These are for my fellow video producers, newbie influencers, and lifestyle tip lovers. Now, the reason why I chose all of these is because I already told you, lifestyle tips are usually when I'm getting a lot of feedback in my DMs. I'm also a video producer, as I mentioned to you. You know the ultimate goal. And at the end of the day, it was very important for me for people to always remember that I am a video producer first and foremost. And then I kind of just fell into the newbie influencer thing because as I was like going on my journey and growing, I was getting a ton of questions from people about how I did what I did, how I'm able to have 4K followers and still make an income from brand partnerships. So it's like, why not? Can't leave that on the table, right? So those are the 3 things that I was noticing people were coming to me for: video production, influencer information, lifestyle tips. And so that's what I chose, to go that route. Now in the future, it might narrow down. You never know. And most of my audience is women. The producers, whether you're a video producer or an influencer, you're also interested in those lifestyle tips. So thankfully, my audience isn't too segmented, but you gotta be smart about it and you gotta trial and error. For all we know, next year, I might be back and say, hey, you know what? I decided I want to throw one of those out of the window. And most likely what it will probably be is the influencer one, because when I go back to the tip where I mentioned, what do you want to be known for? I don't necessarily want to be known for having influencer tips. It's a problem that I see a solution for and I know that I can be helpful with. And what I am really passionate about is helping people to build a legacy, especially folks within my community. So that's something that I'm doing right now at the moment. But another great thing to keep in mind is your niche doesn't have to stay the same. It doesn't have to. It's less work if it does, but it doesn't have to stay the same. You have the flexibility to change. Remember, at the end of the day, this is your business and your brand. So I hope that these tips were helpful. This is the start to figure out what to post. And once you figure out your 3 pillars or your number 1 pillar, all content should be surrounding that and focused on that. All right, so I offer consultations. If you guys have any questions, you want to chat more, definitely click the link in the description so that we can chat more. And if this video was helpful, click on this one too, because I know you're going to appreciate it.